What's up guys, it's Dwayne, back again for another video, back again for reaction. Today's a great, wonderful, amazing, delicious day because it's a Germany day. German wedding traditions you'll want to adopt. Without further ado, let's get into this reaction, let's go.
Can you hear the church bells ringing? That's because it's wedding season. When I moved to Germany and eventually...
I don't know when this is filmed, but apparently it was wedding season during this time. Actually, no, to be fair, it is wedding season. It is wedding season. This is wedding season. Summer, spring. I actually have a wedding to go to in 2 months' time in Bali. I cannot wait for that. It's going to be a beautiful wedding. So yeah, it is wedding season.
Eventually got married here. I discovered a few German wedding customs that are fun, unusual, and even silly.
Okay. Silly traditions. I'm interested.
Weddings in Germany often start long before the wedding. Of course, bachelor and bachelorette parties are big here, but many couples also invite friends over the night before the wedding to break porcelain. Yep, you heard that right.
Wait a minute, what? You invite friends around the night before? First of all, that's not traditional in a British sense, because the night before the wedding is the preparation. The bride is separated from the groom. He's with his best men and his groom's party. She's with her bridesmaid. You're not supposed to see the bride before the wedding. It's bad luck. So already this is completely different. And she said you guys smash plates. That's very Greek of you. Isn't that what they do in Greece? They smash plates. This is very interesting. Okay, already very, very different.
Also invite friends over the night before the wedding to break porcelain. Yep, you heard that right. They have a party called a Polterabend and throw cups and plates and even toilets. That's because shards of porcelain are thought to bring luck in Germany.
Ah.
Many German...
I didn't know you guys were superstitious. I didn't know that. I didn't know you were superstitious. Interesting.
Get married not just once, but twice. I mean, to the same person. That's because a church...
Wait, what? You get married twice?
Church wedding isn't recognized by the state, so all couples have to get married first at the civil registry office. Those who want to then organize a church wedding, which sometimes takes place many months later.
I get it. Yeah, okay. So it's not legally binded if you just have it in a church, so you need to have a separate one. That's if you're religious and you want it in a church. I'm guessing you can just have the registry part of your wedding and make that into a wedding, like, and maybe book a venue after and go for food and drinks and party, and that could just be a wedding. But some people prefer to just do the registry office, then do an actual church, traditional Christian wedding. Is that right? I think that's right. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Many brides in Germany don't wear big, elaborate dresses with long trains. And those who do opt for a veil tend to choose ones that go down to their fingertips and not the floor. So what do most bridal gowns look like? Let's visit a bridal store to find out.
Wie sieht das typische Brautkleid aus? Ja, typische Brautkleid kann ich gleich zeigen. Das ist dieses Modell mit Spitze, klassische Allinge und ist dezent mit Spitze mit kleiner Verzierung.
Okay.
It's usually...
It looks like a traditional wedding dress to me. I don't know. Maybe what she's saying is that you don't do the whole grandiose, you know, long trail, Cinderella. Do you know what I mean? Like coming from a ball, that type of thing. You like to be a bit more understated, a little bit more classy. I think that's what they're getting at, and it would ring true. It makes sense for Germans, as I know Germans in that sense, that you would be a little bit more, not even reserved, just a bit more classy, a bit more. Do you know what I mean? That's what I think. That's what I think. That's what I think.
Mit Spitze, mit kleiner Verzierung.
Yeah, it looks classy.
It's usually the groom's job in Germany to pick up his bride's bouquet. But are there any other customs when it comes to wedding bouquets? Here's what a wedding florist has to say.
Welche Traditionen gibt es beim Brautstrauß? Also eigentlich ist es so, dass der Bräutigam den Brautstrauß aussuchen soll, weil das eigentlich Glück bringt. Und Myrte ist eigentlich auch so ein kleiner Glücksbringer, der sollte eigentlich immer bei einem Brautstrauß dabei sein. Das hier ist Myrte. Das ist etwas, was immer irgendwie mindestens ein kleines bisschen mit verarbeitet werden sollte, weil das ja so ein bisschen Brauchtum ist und eigentlich schön ist, wenn man so ein bisschen was von früher mit dabei hat.
German wedding parties don't usually include bridesmaids and groomsmen.
Why did you just walk on like that? That was really weird. It's like she forgot. It's like she forgot she was supposed to be filming. Watch this.
German wedding parties don't usually.
Wait. Look how she just walks on. She's like, oh, the camera's on. Oh, that was funny. Sorry. And I digressed. Back to the wedding bouquet. I think it's a nice thing that the man is the one that picks out the wedding bouquet. Because actually, men traditionally are the ones that actually purchase and buy flowers for their wife or for their significant other. So really, the guy should know what type of flowers his girlfriend likes, right? Or soon to be, or fiance likes. So yeah, that makes sense to me. It's also another superstitious-y thing that it brings good luck. I'm getting that from Germany. I didn't realize that you guys were so superstitious. My grandma was very, very sorry, she's not alive anymore. May she rest in peace. Was very superstitious growing up, and it's actually from her. Actually, it was her granddad or grandma who was German. So, you know, these things pass down generations. Like stuff like superstition passes down generations. It doesn't go because you pass the superstition onto your child. So actually, my grandma might have been superstitious because of her grandparent who was German. So, German Jew. So, yeah, maybe that is a thing. And that's why my grandma was superstitious.
German wedding parties don't usually include bridesmaids and groomsmen. Instead, the bride and groom each choose a witness, who is usually a sister, a brother, or a best friend. So, what are the witnesses expected to do during the wedding? We asked someone who's been asked to be a witness at an upcoming wedding in Germany.
Okay.
Welche Rolle spielen die Trauzeugen?
Also das ist übrigens die Braut, die Irina, die demnächst heiratet. Und ja, das Übliche ist es halt beim Standesamt dabei sein, Taschentücher vorbeibringen, unterschreiben und für die Brautleute da sein. Ne?
Yeah. That's the same in the UK. It's exactly the same in the UK. I got married 2 years ago and we had 2 witnesses and they basically did that. They were there just to be like a witness to the marriage and sign the marriage certificate, and they even played our wedding music, and they were just there, and I really appreciate them. If you're watching, hello, my witnesses. I won't say your name because it's on the internet, but they were amazing, and yeah, it's an important role actually, being a witness. Very important.
After the wedding ceremony, all the guests receive white ribbons to tie to their cars for the drive to the reception. That way, everyone knows who's part of the wedding.
Yeah.
Besides the fact that all the cars on their way to the reception also honk their horns as loudly as they can. German brides should watch out once they get to the reception, because they might just get kidnapped. That's right. Sometimes, friends of the couple steal the bride quietly and take her to a nearby pub. When the groom notices she's missing, he has to go out looking for her. But once he finds her, he can't just take her back to the party. Oh no. First he has to fulfill a task, like paying for the drinks at the pub or singing a song.
That's so much fun. I love that. That's such a cool, fun tradition. That's so cute. I like that tradition.
Germany, the wedding cake isn't cut right after dinner, but at the stroke of midnight. Of course, it's the first joint task the bride and groom have to complete as a married couple, and how they do it can mean something later on down the road. We found out more from a wedding cake maker.
Wait, sorry, so midnight, that's committing, right? There's no going home early for the bride and groom. Well, you're going to cut the cake at midnight. So that means if you start your ceremony, I don't know, at like 5 or something, the evening stage, you've waited a long time for the cake to be cut. I love watching the cake being cut. That's the best part. I love weddings. I've been to quite a lot of weddings recently, and you know when you get to a certain age and all your friends or your partner's friends get married, or your siblings or whatever. I'm that age now where like everyone's getting married because people are getting married later, and yeah, it's just like a ricochet of marriages at the moment, which is good, fine by me, because I love weddings because you get free booze sometimes and cake and food and music, and they're just lovely events just to kind of bear witness to a love, and love is beautiful, so I love weddings. I'm a big fan.
Warum ist es wichtig, wie eine Hochzeitstorte angeschnitten wird?
Also traditionell ist es im deutschen Brauch so, wenn das Brautpaar aus der Kirche kommt und geht dann zu seiner Feier, schneiden sie gemeinsam die Hochzeitstorte an. Die Braut nimmt das Messer, der Bräutigam legt seine Hand auf ihre Hand und dann wird gemeinsam die Torte angeschnitten. Er gibt ihr das erste Stück in den Mund, als Zeichen halt dafür, dass er für sie sorgen möchte.
That's the same in British weddings as well. Exactly the same. They cut the cake together. He holds her hand, or they hold each other's hand if they're a same-sex couple. They feed each other. Well, this is more traditional. They're talking about a straight relationship where the man feeds the woman, but if it's the same sex, I'm guessing they'll feed each other, and that's just how it is. I think that's just I think that's a tradition everywhere, though. I don't know. Maybe it's the same in Britain and in Germany, but in America it's not.
So, aber heutzutage ist es halt auch so, viele machen die Hochzeitstorte mittags oder um Mitternacht. Das ist ganz individuell mittlerweile.
Okay.
If you're single and checking out that good-looking guy or girl, be sure to look for the right hand. Literally, I mean. Married people here tend to wear their wedding rings on their right hands. Usually the rings are fairly simple and don't involve huge diamonds. So what do typical German wedding bands look like?
Interesting. That is really interesting. You wear your wedding ring on your right hand. That's so interesting. I wonder why you do it differently. I wear mine on my left hand. Yeah, and it's a simple ring, but obviously I'm a male, so it's going to be simple. But I wonder what your wedding bands look like, so let's have a look at that.
We went to a jeweler to find out.
Wie sehen typische Eheringe aus?
Der typische Trauring hier in Deutschland ist der Klassiker in unterschiedlichen Formen, unterschiedlichen Breiten und wie Sie hier sehen in unterschiedlichen Farben, Weißgold, Gelbgold oder Roségold oder auch Platin. Und der kann durch unterschiedliche Oberflächenbeschaffenheit ein bisschen verändert werden, Steinbesatz oder aber auch durch einen Vorsteckring.
Also relativ schlicht.
Ganz schlicht, ja.
See, that doesn't surprise me that your wedding rings are very simple and not flashy and not like big diamonds or even a little diamond. Like, it's very simple, very, very classy, very pretty, but like not showy. And I really get that. I'm more of that person. I don't really like blingy bling. Like, my wedding band is like silver and gold. I don't know if you could see that. It probably doesn't show up on the camera, but it's like silver and gold. It's very simple. It's a wedding band. It's not too showy. It's not too in your face. And yeah, I get that. I think I prefer that. But I'm sure there are some German women out there that have like the typical stone, the typical like fairy tale ring. Let me know if your ring is like that or it's like the traditional German wedding band. Let me know.
If you're planning on tying the knot sometime soon, you now have some German traditions you might want to incorporate in your own wedding. I'd also love to hear about wedding traditions in your country.
So guys, the things that surprise me, I want to work backwards. The wedding band being on your right finger, why is that? They haven't really explained why that's a thing and why it's so different from the rest of the world. Why do you prefer to wear it on your right hand? Let me know why that's the case. Also, smashing plates. The smashing of the plates. Is that still done? Is that an old tradition that doesn't happen in every wedding? Or is that something that you guys really do? And the thing is, it's not even at the wedding, it's before the wedding. Do you guys still do that? Is that something you do? You literally go to to, like, the wedding party goes to the bride and groom's home and smash plates the night before the wedding? Does it still happen? Let me know in the comment section. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Until the next one, I will see you very soon.